Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It is an absolute delight to be here together with you and finally reconnect for this Brussels Ambassadors Inspirational Day. So, thank you for joining us, but let's wait a few more minutes for the latecomers to give them some time to sit down, connect anything they need to connect, and make themselves comfortable. It's the first time that we're holding such a hybrid event, since you will be comfortably sitting at home, watching us probably alone, but we will be with some other people here in this studio. We are anchoring this event in Brussels, in this beautiful studio. I don't know how you like it, but I do think it is beautiful. We are at Studio Altrolux at L'Étanneur, and this is important to mention. They have the health and safety label. We'll talk about it a little bit later. We will be several people actually present on this platform, on this studio. The speakers, the whole technical team, myself, of course, but make sure and be reassured that we are all pre-tested, all negative, and in compliance with the hygiene measures. So, my name is Stephanie. I'm going to be your host tonight, and I think that everybody has arrived now. So, let's get the party started. Why are we here today? Well, we are here to discover or rediscover the Ambassador program and all its specificities. The program tonight will be the following. We'll first, see a little bit what the program involves. Who could be an event ambassador? Could be you. Some of you already are. Some are just considering it for the first time. Why should you become a Brussels ambassador? Then we will welcome a few ambassadors and specialists for a panel discussion. No better insight than with actual people working for the colors and brightness of Brussels. Let's meet in Brussels will be the next step. How can Visit Brussels be of any help? Well, you will see they can help you a lot. And then we'll see what the next steps are. And we will end this whole evening that should last more or less an hour with a quiz. So I advise you stay with us until the very end, because this quiz will test how well you know Brussels, but there will be winners and there will be presents for the three best of you. A real present. I'm not kidding. So let's get to the head of the subject. Let's get into the heat of the topic of today. And I would like to welcome, first of all, to give you a few words of welcome and opening words, our CEO, Patrick Bunting, who will thank you for your presence here today. Hello, Patrick. I'm fine. How about you?
The last ambassador night in January 2020 seems already very far. This year is forced all of us to tap into our resources and creativity to meet the challenge and turn them into opportunities. Reconnecting with our ambassador is essential to boost the recovery of Brussels. So, thank you to be here and to attend this first ambassador virtual event. Know that we can finally breathe without mask, at least in Brussels. We continue to work hard on the recovery campaign to finally bring Brussels back to life. We will be investing 8 million euros in the coming months in various actions and campaigns to gradually increase attendance of both business and leisure events. The latest trends allow us to foresee a slightly more optimistic future than expected. Travel intention and visit to our website in neighboring countries are showing interesting growth. Booking for small and medium-sized meetings are also growing. The situation will remain, of course, very difficult, but we can consciously start to hope for a recovery in the coming months. We are convinced that by working together, we will be strong enough to overcome this crisis and get back to the excellent figure of 2019 as soon as possible. Enjoy our meeting.
Thanks a lot, Patrick, and it's nice to have you here and see you again. You are a familiar face, but you also are a familiar face, and many of you have seen her arriving in the studio already. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our strategy director, Elisabeth van Ingelgem. Nice to have you here.
Nice indeed. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Good evening to all of you. As Patrick mentioned, it's very essential for us to stay in contact with you during those times, and I'm very happy to be with you virtually tonight. I think this event is actually an excellent opportunity to connect or reconnect with our talented team of experts that you will have the opportunity to see and meet tonight. So we have Milena and Mathilde who are there to answer all the questions about the Ambassadors Program and its future developments. But we also have Eduardo and Margot that you will meet tonight. Those are the people you need to talk to if you have an exciting project of BIT you want us to work with you on. And of course, we have Anne Henens that many of you know, and our events B2B team who are there to create events and amazing opportunities for us to meet and connect, hopefully face-to-face very soon. And before giving the floor to the rest of the speakers, I would like to thank you, Stephanie, our Master of Ceremony, for helping us tonight, and also thank the entire panel of speakers and ambassadors that are here with us in presence tonight. Thank you very much to all of you for your very valuable input and support. It's very much appreciated.
Well, thank you, Elisabeth, and it's nice to see you and nice to see that the enthusiasm is more than ever in your team and in your spirit. Let's hope that things will just continue to grow and open very soon. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me turn to you and, well, I suppose you are kind of fed up with all the Zoom meetings and all the virtual conferences, and you probably miss a lot the party aspect and the more concrete aspect of being all together, sharing a drink and eating together. Well, for the ones among you who registered giving their postal address, you probably had the visit of a postman bringing you a gift box. This is the actual gift box that you have been receiving. If it hasn't arrived yet, well, you should be watching at your door because it should arrive soon. Maybe not tonight, but in the coming days. Probably you have put the beer in the fridge already, so you can enjoy it with us during the conference. It's all local products from Brussels. Everything is delicious. Zinnebeer here. You got crisps from Lucien. You got Charlotte Chocolat for the cookies. If you don't want to drink beer, you have fruit, which is lemonade for you. What is this? You have Tempête de Bruxelles, crackers, onion crackers made with beer grains. Well, only very, very good things. And what is this? This is spread from Eugène. Also very delicious. So enjoy it all. Open your beer, open your lemonade, drink something, make yourself comfortable, and let's start. And could be my microphone is off. Oh, it's back. So would there be a better way to start than looking back to everything that could have happened in the last years with a video presenting again the Ambassadors Program.
Brussels means business. That's the main idea. And the answer to the crucial question, why choose Brussels as the destination for your event? Brussels means networking. With more than 900 events a year, Brussels is Europe's top association meeting destination and the second worldwide. Our capital is bursting with energy and ambition in strong key industries, which makes it a great place to meet innovators and game-changing thinkers. It's also the center of EU democracy and advocacy, and home to more than 2,200 international associations. Here, in the heart of Europe, hospitality is key. More than 200 exceptional venues can't wait to welcome you and your event. Brussels means ambassadors. The Brussels Ambassadors Program is an honorary program that was created 5 years ago. Today, it has become an organization of more than 150 ambassadors that are passionate about Brussels. So passionate that they have managed to attract over 80 events. That's over 500,000 delegates in total. The program allows you to get in touch with an invaluable community of influential people. Through our networking events and many other knowledge-sharing opportunities, you get the chance and the tools to turn any project into a successful event. Brussels means getting involved. Who can be an event ambassador, you might ask? In short, anyone who supports an international conference in Brussels can be a Brussels Events Ambassador. The one thing they all have in common is their love for Brussels. We're talking about association executives, business leaders, decision makers, influencers specialized in various disciplines, you name it. Have you ever considered bringing an event to Brussels? Would you like to support our global reputation and make a world of a difference? Then by all means, become an ambassador. Brussels has the means to host any event. Hosting an event in an international hub such as Brussels allows you to tap into its international audience. You'll get the opportunity to showcase your field of expertise and expand your global reputation and international profile as a business. Give your organization a world-class stage. Invite your delegates to Brussels. Brussels means visit Brussels. Setting up a large-scale event anywhere can be a challenge, but help is at hand. We can help you put together a personalized bid to increase your success rate, for instance, or by covering travel expenses when you come to present it. We can host and coordinate the logistics of site inspection and give you a hand with the marketing and promotion of your event. Our vast network of MICE partners and stakeholders, which can come in very handy when setting up a local organizing committee, is at your disposal. You might also be eligible for a grant for your event, so get in touch with us. Our services are free and impartial, and you'll be in safe hands throughout the process. Brussels means business. Together, we can make it yours. By all means, become an ambassador.
And since Brussels means business, let's get down to business. As Elizabeth already mentioned, there have been some changes in who is who in the organization. So let's meet the new faces of the Ambassadors Program. And we have here on the set Mathilde and Milena, the two new faces of the program. And it's now time to review a little bit the program, the components of the program. Milena, I think you are the one starting.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. So, good evening to all of you. Indeed, the general message has been introduced to you through the video, but let's take some moments to just go through the interesting points together. So, in a nutshell, the Ambassador Program is, of course, an honorary program whose objective is to identify and bring together local specialists to support the bidding process of large, rotating international events and attract them to Brussels. So the network is a central component of the program. So by convincing experts to work closely with Visit Brussels and event suppliers, we really strengthen the links in the sector and we optimize our chances to win large events for Brussels. The program, sorry, Mathilde. Yes, the program has been running for 5 years now, and we are very proud of the results achieved. More than 150 people have been involved so far, and they have helped us to attract more than 80 large events for the destination. And that's not all, because at the moment, our prospection team has already identified more than 60 potential future events and ambassadors that could help us support this application for interesting events in the future. So, talking about the future, Mathilde and I really would like to extend and diversify the network of ambassadors to offer you with new opportunities for you, for your sector, for the destination, and also to reinforce global reputation of the whole program. And one way to achieve our goals is to develop our meetings through the year. We are really committed to offering you new, exciting experiences in order to meet brilliant minds like yourself, to share respective experiences, and above all, to develop business opportunities. Our flagship event is, of course, the annual Ambassador Gala, so where Visit Brussels celebrates and rewards ambassadors that have helped us winning large events for the destination over the past year. We also offer, sorry, Mathilde. Next, thank you so much. We also offer other opportunities to meet through the year in smaller groups and around cultural activities, because of course not everything is all about business. We also want you ambassadors to discover and enjoy the leisure assets of the destination. So that's it for me. I give the floor now to my dear colleague Mathilde.
Thank you, Milena. Yes, indeed, two more things to say about the ambassador program. First of all, you might be asking yourself who can be an ambassador, and also what is expected from an ambassador. So, indeed, as an ambassador, your role is, with help from Visit Brussels, of course, to attract conference, but also to influence others that you know to promote Brussels with us, and also helping us to find new ambassadors. And the Visit Brussels team will come naturally to you with when we will hear about conferences or events in your fields, and you are also free to come to us with your ideas, because you are the ambassador in the end. You are the experts in your field. And I know maybe some of you are already thinking, oh, who in my context might be a good ambassador in the future? And here are some tips for you to follow if you are looking for ambassadors. It should be someone who is an active member of an association, who is interested to bring an international conference in Brussels, of course, and who is in position to influence the choice of the destination in the end. Some other thing about the program is you might be wondering why become an ambassador. What are the benefits for me? And this is a good question, because you will see that you will have not only benefits for you as a person, but also benefits for your sector and benefits for the destination. It is, of course, a source of pride for you too. Winning a bid is a source of pride, and it can elevate your own individual profile, and you can even earn recognition from your peers. So whether you are a long-term ambassador or a new or future one, join the community, and we are really looking forward to hear about your ideas and your projects in the future. I just would like to focus on one last thing before giving the floor back to Stephanie. This is the why Brussels, because you might be wondering, why should I choose Brussels rather than another destination for my Congress? And in Visit Brussels, of course, we are convinced that Brussels is the ideal place, and we want to convince you, of course. So, as you all know, Brussels is the capital of Europe, but it is also home for more than 2,400 international associations. We can also be proud of our expertise in many strong key industries like pharma or technology, and we have with more than 900 associative events a year. We are the first association meeting destination in Europe and the second destination worldwide. Finally, we have 200 beautiful venues to to host all these events. And so everything, I say all these things just to tell you that we are convinced that that Brussels is the ideal place to host international events. And we really hope that you will promote the city with us. So I give now the floor to Stephanie, and I thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Mathilde, for all these informations and enlightenments over Brussels. Indeed, we're quite sure that Brussels is the place to be and to organize your event. So, Milena will come back later to answer your questions. So if you have any questions for her, don't hesitate to send them through the chat of this virtual meeting. And now it would be time to hear the story of being an ambassador from real ambassadors. So please, let me introduce you to my panelists today. And first of all, Inge Buitart, which is Marketing and Communication Manager at Busworld. Hi, Inge.
Hi, Stephanie.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
You are joined by Michael Bruno, President of the Belgian Society of Neurosurgery and Chairman of the Department Neurosurgery in the UZ Brussels. Those are my two first panelists. Hi, welcome. So I'll first go back to Inge. First question for you. What is the event that you are organizing and intending to bring to Brussels?
Well, we have brought it to Brussels already in 2019. We organized a B2B trade show for the bus and coach industry, meaning our exhibitors, they are bus and coach manufacturers, and also their suppliers like seats, seat belts, engines, mirrors, whatever is in and on a bus.
Okay, yeah. And there have been some changes due to the COVID situation?
Yes, unfortunately.
But it's planned for?
Now it's 2023 because 2021 is cancelled.
Okay, so, well, we cross fingers. That leaves you more time to organize everything.
That's true.
More perfectly. Michael, how about you? What are the kind of events you brought and bring to Brussels?
I organized in 2018 the European Congress of Neurosurgery, which brings together 1,800 neurosurgeons in Brussels. But I have the chance to be before the COVID crisis, and so we were happy to do that at that time.
With everyone on site and
of course.
No hybrid arrangement.
Incomparable.
Of course, so you are the lucky one.
Yes.
So we are joined by two more panelists right now. On my right side, on your left side, we have now Charlotte Otten, which is Head of Events at Solar Power Europe. You have been bringing to Brussels many different kinds of conferences. What is it exactly that you're doing?
Yes, so thank you so much for having me here today. We've brought a lot of events to Brussels, including the Solar Power Summit, the Digital Store and Storage event, and we are a European industry association which represents the interest of the solar sector to the European institutions.
Okay. And I saved you for the last, like they say, last but not least, because you are a peculiar guest today, because you're not exactly an ambassador. Bruce Redar, you are a partner at Gaining Edge. What is it exactly that you're doing?
Well, Gaining Edge is an international consulting firm that specializes in the business events industry. And our work involves working with destinations all over the world to advise them on what they need to do, how to position themselves to attract as many large international events, congresses, conferences, and other kinds of events to their cities.
So you are, if I can say, a city ambassador specialist.
Yes, yes. We know what's going on in this world of business events because we work with destinations all over the place, all across the globe.
And still you chose Brussels as your favorite spot. Why is that?
Brussels is a fabulous city that has an amazing amount of things to offer to events when they come here. Conferences, congresses, professional meetings of any kind. Brussels has got a lot of the elements that people are looking for when they want to organize an international event.
Maybe I should open the question to all of you. Why did you choose Brussels as your event destination? Why did you make that choice? Because each of you has done it. Someone wants to
Yes.
pick up the question?
Yes, so actually for us it's very important to organize events in Brussels due to its proximity to the European institution, but also as a lot of our members of course come from Europe, it has a lot of accessibility and for our size of events, a lot of venues.
Thank you. So if I turn to you, Inge, where did you use to organize Buzzword before Brussels?
We used to organize it in Kortrijk,
Okay.
a much smaller city in Belgium, and it became too small. So we needed to move, and then of course the choice was obvious, because we have a global event, so it matches with the image of Brussels. Also the proximity of the airport, international train station, hotel accommodation, etc. Yeah.
How about you, Michael? What was your reason?
Many reasons. But at the end, instead of making a promotion, I just listened after the Congress what was the opinion of the people who come to Brussels. And they were very happy for many reasons. And if you would like to organize something in Brussels, we have plenty of locations that are possible. Then if you would like to come to Brussels, it's very easy. We bring together people coming from everywhere in Europe. It is so easy to come to Brussels for everybody. The Congress location was perfect, and finally, last but not least, people enjoy the Brussels art de vivre, you know.
Of course.
And when you have one day of meeting, and it was for 1 week for us, when you can spend sometimes at the Grand Place, drink a beer, eat something very interesting, so people are very happy to be here in Brussels with us, definitely.
That's something you all connect to, that special spirit that you can find in Brussels.
Yes.
There are extra assets that you can find in the city, or that you can find at being an ambassador for Brussels. What would it be?
Well, I think that when we talk to people who have organized events in Brussels, one of the things they always say, which Michael has just said, is that all the delegates are satisfied, more than satisfied with what goes on in Brussels. I would say that Brussels really knows how to deliver a satisfying event. It knows how to meet the needs of people. People want to see what's going on in a number of different economic sectors and in areas of research, and Brussels has what it takes to offer people that. But also people are looking for a unique experience, and Brussels has the ability to provide, deliver on that unique experience that only it can provide. No, it's a rare and unique event or opportunity in Europe to have the Brussels experience.
Well, I think we're already sold the spirit of Brussels, and I think that all of us are already won by it. But now let's go back to the ambassadors program. What does it mean for you to be an ambassador? Does it have a special meaning? I know that for you it's something quite new, so you don't have fully experienced yet the ambassador feeling and program, but maybe for some others, what does it mean to be an ambassador?
Just to be proud.
To be proud?
For Brussels, to be Belgian, to promote our city, to promote our country. And so you have just to do your best to show to all your friends how Brussels is beautiful.
So for you, it's especially a pride flag that you are waving.
Yes, I'm very happy to be in this program, and by the end to show to all my friends what Brussels can offer.
I can imagine also that it gives you a chance to meet other people from other horizons or other business areas that you can share with.
Yeah,
Charlotte, I see you want to say something.
I think it's a really a great opportunity to meet so many different peoples from different sectors. I mean, already meeting you tonight is really lovely. But I think that throughout the years, we're really building a community, and also with all the networking activities, it's really nice moments that you can also afterwards maybe do for your audiences. So it gives you lots of ideas. So I think it's very nice.
And how has it been for you to have your first experience with the Brussels Ambassadors Program? Did you felt supported?
Yes, of course. It was a very good collaboration. We have to admit we were a little bit scared for the move, of course. It had been there since 1971 in Kortrijk, so it was like a big, huge move. But it was all very, very positive. Also, our visitors, our exhibitors were very excited. We became bigger, we had more visitors, and everybody was happy, actually.
That's a good result.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
absolutely.
So I remind you that if you want to ask any questions to any of our panelists, don't hesitate. We're still here for a moment together. I would like to go back to you, Michael, because I know that you've been talking about the Brussels Art de Vivre and that you have a special relation with events in Brussels and maybe some personal anecdotes, because of course we can imagine the business aspect of bringing an event to Brussels, but I think that you have experienced it on a more personal
Yes.
level.
I must admit, being an ambassador gives you the opportunity to participate to a lot of events, and I have the chance to represent Brussels during the 20 kilometers of running.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, yes.
And you survived it.
You have to do, yes, you have to do your best. But the simple anecdote, Visit Brussels gives us wonderful habits, but very special habits.
So you were dressed as?
Yes, I done a penguin.
A penguin. So if you have seen a penguin running, it could have been Michael.
But we were 50 representing Brussels at that time. I was not alone.
Oh, you were not alone. You were.
Hopefully.
It was a pack of penguins.
Yes, a bus.
Any other anecdote about being an ambassador? Because there are many other activities that have the meaning of bringing you together and create a B2B atmosphere and a B2B relationship. Any other anecdotes for any of you?
Yeah, not really anecdotes, but I felt it was really lovely, the present of Visit Brussels at the Tour de France, which started in Brussels. I think that was a very nice experience, and always the galas are quite nice. So,
thank you. I see that there is a question coming on the screen. Would it be possible to have a list of those who are already an ambassador so as to approach and convince them? That's a question for later. It's a question to Milena, so we'll get to that question afterwards. So the questions coming in now would be more for the panelists on set with me. But I would like to turn, what's in it for you in being an ambassador? What is your personal gain of doing this? Maybe I asked you this already in another way. Did I? You're looking at me, Bruce, like
Well,
I'm repeating myself.
but I'm the one who's not an ambassador. But I think that one of the things that I've always found in talking to ambassadors in different parts of the world is that one of the things they really enjoy is having the opportunity to mentor some younger people. Like Michael, these three people have organized very successful events, and oftentimes there are younger people who are rising in the association world, but who aren't confident yet to organize their own event. And it's great to be able to turn to a confirmed ambassador who has the experience that we see here on the panel, and to be able to say, how did you do it? What's important? What should I be doing? And often it's very gratifying as an ambassador to be able to mentor the person and to say, well, let's do it together. I'll help you. I'll show you what works, what doesn't work. And that way we can work together to put on more successful events.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that that's one of the things that people get back is having that opportunity to help others who are trying to get through in the events industry.
And one thing that might be necessary to add for some of you who haven't been an ambassador yet but have been approached, and that's the reason why you are following this this webinar, this conference today, is that size doesn't matter. It can be a huge event like maybe Busworld or, of course, the Congress that you have brought to Brussels. But Charlotte, you are organizing conferences of all sizes. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be of many different shapes.
yes, exactly. We organize events between 50 to 1,000 people, mainly conferences, and it's good that in Brussels there are different types of venue for different needs, which is very useful for us. So that's why we organize a lot of events, yeah.
Maybe an insight for the future? So for the ones, we know that you, Inge, are working on making Busworld 2023 being real. But you, for instance, Michael, do you have projects coming? Do you have plans for the future?
Yes, I hope to organize another event for the European Association of Neurosurgery, bringing the young doctors in training to come to Brussels to attend courses.
Mm-hmm.
It's not yet neurosurgeon, but neurosurgeon in training.
That could be a good,
Yes. They will
a
enjoy
good
it.
insight and
They
good
will
project too.
They will
Indeed.
enjoy it, surely.
And I would turn to you again, Bruce, because I want to speak about the future. Since you are the one who has the widest view on the event sector and other cities in the world, what's your vision for the future of the events in Brussels? Because the past year, and I would say the past 2 years almost already, have been quite harsh for the event sector.
That's right. Yep.
What's your vision for the future?
Well, you're right. The COVID crisis, the pandemic, has fundamentally changed the way our industry works, the way meetings are organized, the format that meetings take place. In 2020, we saw that there were a lot of virtual events, but we also realized that people don't want to continue with just virtual events. So we see a trend moving forward, which we call hybrid events. And you might say, what is a hybrid event? A hybrid event is an event that brings a certain number of people together, say, from a bubble, a European bubble, which means we could bring together 500, 600, 800 people for an international conference. They could all come to Brussels because Brussels is a perfect hub in Europe for that kind of event. And we know also that in Brussels, events that are 600 to 800 people, that works really well. And the advantage is that for Brussels is that international global events could have their center in Brussels, where people are meeting face-to-face in person, but then at the same time, they'll be streaming out to the world, all the world together. So an international conference of, say, of 10,000 people could meet in Brussels with 600 or 800 people actually being here, coming from different parts of Europe that are in the travel hub, the travel bubble, and then we'll be streaming out to the rest of the world. And I think that's the future of events at least for the next 2 or 3 or 4 years as we move forward and we come out of the pandemic. And there's a real opportunity for Brussels to position itself as a city that can handle that sort of hub and hybrid event.
Am I right when I say that I have the feeling that it's one of the Brussels specialties that having very, very high quality technical crews, and that they really took the train, they really took the opportunity of this situation, this very special situation, to increase their abilities and raise their their possibilities on the technical level.
Absolutely. And I think what's really important to point out is that not only can those teams provide a great technical experience in terms of transmitting to the world, but they're also going to be able to transmit something which resembles a Brussels experience to the rest of the world, because that's what people want. So if you're in Taiwan or Japan or China, you'll be able to have, thanks to the quality of our technical groups, people here in Brussels, you'll be able to experience some of what you would experience if you were in Brussels yourself. Not the same thing, but we'll be able to transmit the experiential part that people are really looking for in meetings going forward.
Well, let's hope your vision is right, and let's hope that it's going to happen this way. So it is about time to close. It seems that we don't have. I see. No, that's for late. Those are questions for later. So I think it's time to get further to the rest of the evening. So thank you very much. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Inge.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Maybe if you want to say a last word, what would be your dream for the future?
My dream for the future? Well, my dream for the future is that everything will be back to normal as soon as possible.
I sign immediately. I'm with you. Yeah. How about you, Michael?
I give the same message.
The same message?
Also, yes, definitely.
Well, we'll have to sign a petition about that. Back to normal? Or?
My dream is more and more international meetings in Brussels.
Okay, I'm in it with you.
I can only echo what everybody says, and let's hope everything gets better soon.
Well, thank you very much for this hope and this wish, and thank you all for being with us on this set for this very special initiative and event of the Brussels ambassadors. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You may go back, and you have to go back, because you will be able to participate in the quiz. So don't go away and connect your cell phones already, because Later on, you will be playing with us, but we're not yet there. First of all, we have to go a little bit further, a little bit deeper in the information, because you have heard how happy those ambassadors have been. But what does it mean to be helped by the Brussels Ambassadors Program? So it's now time to turn to the practical and concrete part offered by the program, and I would like to introduce you to two more people of the team of the Brussels Ambassadors, those who are really helping you concretely and practically on the subjects. First of all, he joined me on the set already. Hello, it's Eduardo Guglielmino. You are business development expert at Visit Brussels. Hi.
Exactly. Hi. Nice
Did
to
I
meet you,
pronounce
Stephanie.
your name the best way possible?
Very well. Perfectly.
Can do better?
Can't do better.
Okay, perfect. I'm happy then. And you are not alone, because Margot Uvel, which is a meeting expert at Visit Brussels, is here too. Hello.
Hello.
So you will be the two experts digging a little bit deeper in how Visit Brussels and the Brussels Ambassador Program can help all these ambassadors, already ambassadors or ambassadors to be. So the floor is yours. I think you are opening the fire.
Yes, thank you so much, Stephanie. So I don't know how many of you in the audience are familiar with it, but I always say that the process of bringing a congress to a destination is a little bit similar to winning the Olympic Games. So the International Association dispatches a document that is called the Request for Proposals, that we call RFP, defining all the main criteria for a destination to build this bid. There's always, of course, a certain amount of information that we call the destinations must have. We're not here to tell you that Brussels has all of them, but we would like to focus on the first one, which is the most important one for the decision taking, which is the highly qualified local committee. That is something that we know you can assure, and that's why we're here tonight. So we all know that it's a lot of work and that the challenge can feel big, but just know that there is support, of course. As you can see, there's a lot of support that we can provide to facilitate your task. For clarity's sake, I divided the process into 3 phases. The first one, of course, is to find each other. How do we do that? There's 2 ways. Either we get to you through the huge range of events that we participate to every year, or you can also, of course, get to us if you receive a call for a letter of interest directly from your international association. We will be very glad to answer to that and to guide you through the process. The second one is, of course, the most important one and the most time-consuming, which is how to build a bid. Where actually it is very important to this phase for you to know that everything we will do, it will be to facilitate you and make you focus on the content of the conference. We and our partners, the venues, the PCO, the DMC, the Brussels Book Index, etc., are there to assist you with the general organization of the event. So don't hesitate also to ask for any kind of support for the organization of the event. The third phase, will depend, of course, on the quality of the bid book that we prepared. So normally the association make a pre-selection of 2 to 3 destinations that we will have, of course, to defend. We will have to defend our bid against this destination. And the final thing will be to win the bid, so take the gold medal for the Olympic Games. So now that I explained a little bit the theory of it, and I'm sure that you are between or to bid or not to bid, my colleague Margot will give you some concrete informations on or practical examples.
Thank you, Eduardo. So Visit Brussels offers you free tools to help you organize your next event in Brussels. First, I would like to mention the Brussels Booking Desk. It's your single point of contact to book your accommodation and hotels for the participants. Then there is our internal incentive, the Growth Support Program, that offers you a menu of in-kind services, either to boost the attendance of your event or to enhance the delegates' experience on site. So there are a few eligibility criteria, but for instance, we could cover the catering for the welcome reception. The third tool is the Let's Meet brochure. It's really your Bible to organize any professional event in Brussels. You will find the right partner, from a nice boutique hotel to a partner to organize a beer tasting experience. You know, with the pandemic, it has changed the reality of event, and Visit Brussels needed to reinvent itself and to reinvent our offers. For instance, the Brussels Capital Region and Visit Brussels launched the Brussels Health and Safety label so that participants feel safe and mandatory measures are applied to any event. Then we've also supported venues and helping them to secure equipment for hybrid and digital solutions. And then if you need help for that, we can also put you in touch with nice partners to add a Brussels touch to your virtual event. It can be, for instance, an immersive guided tour of Brussels or a gastronomical activity during one of the lunch breaks. We really want you to know that our vision for our services is always reinvented, and we really want to listen to your new needs and be ready for the future of events. Now I will just expose a few case studies of congresses and associations that we have supported since the pandemic. The first one is the European Cancer Summit that took place in 2020. The event was fully virtual, but we were there and we supported in doing the after movie of the virtual event. If you are interested, we will share the link of the video with you, and if you have any questions, there is also Mike Morrissey, the chief executive of the organization, that is in the audience with us today and can answer any questions during the Q&As. The other example is the MOVE Congress. For this Congress, the whole bidding process took place virtually. So we had to build trust and relationship in an online environment with the association and the venues. And we managed to do it because, luckily, the event will take place in November in Brussels. The two last examples are actually ongoing bids, so fingers crossed that they will come to Brussels. The first one is a medical congress. For this one, we actually submitted the bid book just before the pandemic, but then the board of the organization asked us to come back with a hybrid proposal. So we had to revamp the whole proposal and include an online program that matched the on-site program. We also included a virtual platform. And the last example is actually a music and inclusion festival. For this one, we want to show you that it's also possible to go the extra mile if there are specific requirements in the bid book. So for instance, here, as it's also about diversity, we will submit the bid book in 4 languages. And we've also shot a promotional video of the bid to highlight the program, the partners, and the artistic concept. So fingers crossed again for this. What we really want you to know is that no matter the circumstances or the requirements of the bid book, we are there for you to listen to your needs, to analyze the situation, and find solutions together to bring the event to Brussels. Thank you.
And I follow Marco's lead, actually, and telling you that we have to get in touch, of course. You've seen many faces today. And of course, the first 2 ones were Milena's and Mathilde, that are on head of this ambassador program strategy, so don't hesitate to contact them. And of course, my colleague Margot that just spoke, but also me and Anne for more the operational side. And also, if you really want to bring an event to Brussels, don't hesitate to call us. We are at your service 100%. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Margot. Thanks, Eduardo. So, Eduardo, you'll stay with me for a few more minutes. You can sit down. And I would like to invite Milena to come back because it's time to see if there are any questions that came in. So by the time I check the screen to see the questions coming in, I think there are a few things, Milena, that you wanted to add to everything that has been said until now.
Yes, of course. I would just like to add the information that all useful links have been shared in the chat box since the beginning of the event, and I really thank our colleague Benoit for that. Yes, the support presentation also of the event will be shared with all of you post-event, and of course any further additional question you might have, please just send it to us, to Mathilde and I through mail. And maybe I circle back to the question of Danielle.
Okay.
Yes, she was asking indeed about the list, if there's any contact list available of all the ambassadors. Of course, in compliance with GDPR legislation, we can only share contact information of ambassadors who have given us the authorization to do so. So that's really why we encourage a face-to-face meeting, and we really invite all of you to participate as many meeting events as possible for you to meet ambassadors and develop your own network of friends.
Thank you. Well, Eduardo, I turn to you. Also, a few things to add about today's information.
Yes, the very important thing, I will take also the cue from Milena, is that we are constantly looking for ambassadors and for events, of course, to make come. So we are keep on looking for them, to check them, and of course, to come up with a list like the 60 that has been mentioned before. And of course, we are also looking forward to ideas and you bringing some of the new things to ameliorate, to make it better, because of course, our doors are not closed. And yeah, so any suggestion is well received.
So you being already an ambassador or thinking of becoming an ambassador, all suggestions are welcome. Anything that could improve the service, anything that you might have been missing while working with Brussels Ambassadors Program. I have the feeling that nothing was missing, but sometimes afterwards you just get an idea of, oh, that would have been helpful. So don't hesitate, send them through and you will see if it's possible to make it still better. It seems that you have been very clear in your presentations because we have no more questions. Nothing has come in since we opened the floor to the questions. I'm looking at the team there. I've got a big no sign, no questions, everything is all right. So I think everyone is very excited and ready for the quiz.
Yes.
So, stop, wait a minute. It seems we have a question, a last minute question. What is it? It's all commentaries we have. What is it? Do you have an idea when Brussels Expo will have modular conference rooms for on-site events for 3,000 to 6,000 participants? Has anyone the answer?
For the moment, there is no answer.
There is no answer.
Yeah.
But maybe someone from Brussels Expo is watching and following and could answer. So, well, keep an eye on the chat. And of course, as soon as we have more information about that, I'm sure you will know it. So I think this closes the Q&A part. Milena and Edo, you are free to go. Because anyway, I need the floor for myself to host the quiz now. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck for what's coming for you.
Thank you so much.
So, let's see. We have now prepared a quiz for you to check on how well you know and love Brussels. And, well, there's a reason why we kept you until the end with us, because there's a prize to win. And that prize, I would like to win it myself. So please make sure you are much better than anything I would have been able to answer myself. The 3 best results, so with the most good answers and the quickest answers, will receive a gastronomic dinner for you and the person of your choice in the tram experience. If there's anyone among you who doesn't know yet what it is, well, it's very unusual, it's very special. It's old tramways that has been transformed into moving restaurants. And so it's a gastronomic meal made on site, on the tramway, by a chef on board, but taking you through the streets of Brussels and while visiting the city and enjoying a dinner with the person of your choice. It's a very nice present. It's a 200 euros worth present that you are now able to win. So let's check. Register. It's very easy. If you want to participate in the quiz, you simply have to scan the QR code. There is now no QR code. That gets signs from the... or you're registering already, so it seems that you know what you have to do. Yeah, and people, I see that. Maya, Arenk, Clara, Bruce, Fred, Olivier, so many people are joining to participate. And we'll start with a very simple question, just to check. Oh, it's kahoot.it. Okay, it's nice because I've got information's coming in on a very high technology way while I'm talking. I've got a whiteboard. They have a whiteboard to writing down informations, so I can connect to you and tell you everything you need to know. So it seems it's clear. If you have questions, send them to the team, and they will try to help you and answer. But first, a test question to see if it works. So in your Kahoot, be ready to answer my first question. It's not worth any point. It's just a technical check. What anniversary is the Ambassador Program celebrating this year? It has been said many times, so you should be able to answer. Is it 2 years, 3 years, 5 or 10 years? What will be your answer? We'll see live the results to this first check. We have already 25 answers coming in. A few more seconds before we close this question and see how many right answers we have. We have 21 right answers. Indeed, it's 5 years. Well, I will imagine that the ones who said 2 years or 10 years had a technical issue, because it's impossible that you didn't get that one right. So now the technical issues are settled. You won't rush or you won't make any mistake, because now it's the real thing starting. First question. Be careful, because the answer is important, but also the speed. Where does Brussels stand in the world ranking of associative meetings? First, second, third, or fourth rank? What will be your answer? Still 10 more seconds before we close this first question. Where does Brussels stand in the world ranking of associative meetings? 1, 2, 3, fourth position. We have 14 people who answered first rank. That's very positive and optimistic of you. But the right answer was second rank, and we have 10 good answers. Congratulations to you. And so now we'll go to the second question. Which Brussels-based conference venue has the highest total capacity? Is it AutoWorld, Square Brussels Convention Center, Tour in Taxi, or Brussels Expo? What is your answer? 3 more seconds, 2, 1, and we're closing. We have 26 answers and a majority of right answers. Indeed, it is Brussels Expo. Congratulations. Let's get to question number 3. Amanda is leading the game, it seems, right now, but it's only the beginning. Let's get to the next question. Which foreign nationality is most represented in Brussels? No. Other question. Oh, how many atoms is the atomium actually made of? This is an easy one. Is it 6, 7, 8, or 9? Sorry if I misled you with my question. It seems I had an older version. I'll drop the papers and follow the screens. So, how many right answers? 90% answered 9 atoms. Of course, that's the right answer. Congratulations. 2 and 3 wrong answers said 7 or 8. Please go and pay a visit to the atomium. You really have to be back there and count the different atoms, the different balls of the atomium, actually. So 9 is the right answer. 19 right answers for this question. Let's get to the next one. Oh, Amanda, you've lost your lead, it seems. Jenny has gone now first spot. So, as a Brussels event ambassador, what is your new bedside book? Transcendence magazine, the Let's Meet 2021, The Adventures of Tintin, The Seven Crystal Ball, Murder on the Orient Express. If you don't have this one right, that means you're really asleep. So, how many right answers? Well, the Let's Meet 2021, still we have 4 people who chose Transcendence. Maybe you're working for them, I don't know. Well, indeed, the Let's Meet 2021 is your new bedside book. And now it's Arenk, which is leading the game, and it's time to go to the next question. What is it? Which foreign nationality is most represented in Brussels on 1st January 2020? French, Turkish, Moroccan, or Polish? Well, do I help you if I say there's been change here? So which foreign nationality is most represented in Brussels on January the 1st, 2020? 1 second left, and we have 17 people answering French, 2 people answering Turkish, 6 Moroccan, and 0 Polish. It used to be French, but it seems it changed, and now it's Moroccan. Congratulations on the 6 of you who got the answer right. Inga is now winning. Congratulations to you. And let's go on to the next question. Where could you converse with the brightest minds of various key sectors in Brussels? On the terrace of the Vitamer Café at the Belgian Comic Strip Center in Brussels, during a Brussels Ambassadors networking event at the Flagey bus stop. I'm really hesitating right now. I don't know what I would have to answer. Maybe the Flagey bus stop? I don't know. What's your answer? So we get 25 answers during a Brussels Ambassadors networking event. That's right. The terrace of the Vitamer Café could be a good spot for the morning after breakfast. What do you think about that? I'm sorry for you if you chose that one as the first choice. It's not right. Inga is still leading. Charlotte is right behind. Then Arenk still in the game. Remember, it's only the 3 best results who will be winning the tramway gastronomical experience. Let's get to the next. The next question is, what would you do first when you hear about a large-scale event opportunity in Brussels? I would contact Visit Brussels teams. In case of emergency, I break the window. I pretend you haven't heard of it. You call all your contacts. Well, that's also is a hard one. I would consider breaking a window. I still don't know which one. So what's your answer? 25 right answers, contact Visit Brussels team, and 1 would be pretending you haven't heard anything of that. That someone really wants good nights of sleep. What's the emblem of the Brussels capital region? Is it a lily, an iris, a rose, or a poppy? You still have 12 seconds to answer. Well, let's say it's a flower, that's for sure. The emblem of Brussels capital region, is it a lily, an iris, a rose, or a poppy? What would it be? 22 right answers, indeed an iris, because it needs a lot of water for an iris to grow, and there were a lot of moors under the Brussels soil. That's the reason why. Congratulations to all of you. Next question. In 5 years, how many event ambassadors have received a Visit Brussels award for securing an event? So that will be in 5 years. Another vision for the future. 40, 60, 80, or 100? What's your answer for this one? 2 more seconds to go. And we have a majority of right answers. We have a little bit of everything, but 80 is the right answer. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. We're coming. There's one last question. No, 2 more questions. Which of these Brussels icons is a 5-star hotel? The Hotel, NH Collection Grand Sablon, Hilton Brussels Grand Place, or Steigenbergen Wiltshires? Which of those is a 5-star hotel? You should know. So 5 answers for the hotel, 16 for the Wiltshires, and indeed, the Wiltshire it is. Good answer. Last question for this quiz to check on the result. Well, let's say this one doesn't count for the result. So whatever your answer will be, it won't count for the winner of the quiz. But we are really interested in knowing, now that you know more, how do you feel about your future role or your role as a Brussels event ambassador? And meanwhile, we are counting, we are checking who the 3 winners are. So we're very happy to see that you are most of you are very interested, all in. 4 of you are quite interested to activate or reactivate your role. One is not sure yet, needs more information. We know who you are, we're coming for you, we're going to give you all the information you need. Unfortunately, no one answered, I'm not interested. Here are our winners. Well, we have Julie, who has won the 3rd spot, Olivier, the 2nd spot, and Charlotte. Charlotte is the big winner of this big quiz. All of you will receive your vouchers to be invited and invite the person of your choice aboard of the tram experience. Congratulations, and now I'm looking for my last page of presentation. Where is it? It's here. I'm done with all the questions of the quiz, and it's now time to come to an end for this very special hybrid event. I wanted to say, in the name of the whole team of the Brussels Ambassadors Program, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you to all the already ambassadors, for the ones who are going to become new ambassadors, for the ones who are still joining or just joined. Thank you for your energy and your implication in this program. Now it's time to see what's next, because we've been talking a lot about activities that were made especially for you to connect together and to see what's coming, what's going on in Brussels and the event sector. So first of all, there's the first meet and greet event coming in September. Be there, absolutely, you have to be there to get in touch with us and with each other. And another event that I don't need to present to you anymore because you probably know it already, and that's the Ambassador Gala dinner, and that will be in January. Fingers crossed that everything is going as planned, with the COVID being slowly going away from us, and so the event sector can spread their wings again. Well, before we leave you, before we go away, before we go back to our lives, let's see all together a short video that is more a way to look back to what happened in the past years and enjoy this again. If you're leaving us, bye-bye, and hopefully see you very soon on events all over Brussels. So, if you're still here, by all means become an ambassador or remain an ambassador. We wish you the best. Now it's time to turn off your computer and go out, explore Brussels, enjoy the city. Bye-bye, see you soon.